For any great card, you need a great envelope. This mini hat box is perfect for the hat easel card in my other video. If you haven't seen that yet, do go and check it out on my channel and find out how to make the card that goes inside this box. I lined my two larger pieces up against my mat, which is actually 18 inches in width, and where they overlap I put a little score line, and this is just going to show me where to add the glue so that I can attach the two parts together. Now you could cut these all as one piece, but I didn't feel like using the 12 by 24 inch mat. When I was in Design Space, I decided to cut them on a smaller mat, and therefore I just cut them in two separate parts. I'm cutting off the extra tabs as well because when you overlap them, it just makes it a little too thick when you have to fold two lots of tabs over. So cutting those extra tabs off, which I could take out in the design and I may do still, but I haven't yet, and you can just snip those off where you want to overlap those pieces. Now I tend to not measure things, and I know that I should because winging it doesn't always work out for me. I've got two different size circles here, and this one actually has a slit in the top. This is the bigger one. The bigger circle has a slit. That is part of the lid, with the smaller pieces in the pattern cardstock, and the one without a slit is the base of the circular box. Now there are tabs along the one edge of this and a score line just above the tabs, so we need to fold it along that whole score line. I've used the table here, but you can use a ruler or whatever helps get that defined clear line, because the tabs are what you stick to the base. Now I put glue on the circle as with the other hat card. This is the easiest way to do it rather than individually tabs. Now you could stick the tabs on the circle like this, one at a time. This would be more time consuming for sure. I chose to do it this way. I looped the card round and I'm going to stick the circle with the glue on it right in the center there, and then making sure that the tabs all stick to the glue. Put some glue on the outside tab here so that you can complete the circle and connect the two together. Hold it in place while it dries for a bit. Now when you're doing this, if you put the tabs on the inside rather than the outside of the card, it will change the size of the box, which, depending on how accurately you've cut your circles, I've done mine on my Cricut, but if they're not accurately cut and you put the tabs on the inside rather than the outside, you'll make the box smaller, which therefore means the lid may not fit, because the lid has to be slightly bigger than the base. Make sure you match up the bases as well, so this smaller circle goes on the bottom of the base here, and it covers up those tabs. For the lid, you are repeating a lot of the process that we just did. I score the lines after lining them up. I cut the extra tabs off. I'm going to glue this strip together, and this is going to create the outside edge of the lid of the box. The only difference between the lid and the base, apart from the depth, is that there is a slit in the top of the lid, and that is where we are going to attach a ribbon in this case. On my very first one I made, I used a strip of cardstock, which you could use too, but I decided to use a ribbon after that, and it added something a little bit special as well. Score along all these, fold along the score line, and then back on itself. These tabs are what helps glue it to the circle, so you need to make sure the score line is really folded, a nice clean sharp edge. Glue the circle around the edge as we did with the base, and then stick that circle in the middle on top of all those tabs. Again, you can glue the tabs individually if you prefer. This is the quickest way, and I found, putting it together and keeping it the correct size. Now before we add that circle to cover the tabs, we're going to add a ribbon. This is approximately 4 inches in length, and you can use any scrap of ribbon that you have and fold it in half. And there is a little slit in the top of this. We're going to tuck it through. If it's a sturdy ribbon, you might be able to poke it through on its own. I actually had to use my little Cricut tweezers for this. Just grab the ribbon ends in the tweezers and you can gently put it through the slit in the top of this. Make sure that the pattern is facing up and you're poking the bottom of the ribbon through to the plain side of the patterned cardstock. Flip the top over, grab some tape, and we're just going to tape down the inside bits of the ribbon, just the ends. You can use glue if you want, but I'm impatient, so I use tape. And you're not going to see it because you're going to glue now this part onto the top of the lid to cover the lid tabs and connect the whole thing together. And that is it. That is your mini hat box, perfect for your mini hat easel card. I will link that video here for you. If you are interested in more from my pop-up cards, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.